Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing great. Happy Good Friday if you celebrate Easter time. I do in a sense for the meaning of it, but not the way it's been twisted. But yeah, but anyway, for what it's supposed to be, not the names involved or anything else, really, in all reality. But yeah, it should be about Christ, but um, anyway. That's neither here nor there. Just um, I have a detox that Doug has personally taken. It's for all kinds of to get heavy metals and different things out of your system. And I'll put the name of the doctor. I have the recipe. I'll pin it in my comments, like I said. And Doug had heart problems and neuropathy um, concerning like your nerves and different things, and for liver cleansing and all different kinds of like parasites or whatever, and weight loss, all kinds of things. This detox helps, and I've taken it, but I'm allergic to most of the ingredients in it. Except I do take it takes neem, either capsules or a couple sprinkles of the bulk, which would be like the I mean you can't it's a ancient lilac tree, like from India and China and that type. So it's uh, natural. A natural thing is what I'm trying to say. But that, along if you have like a multiple vitamin or definitely vitamin D3, D, or I mean K3, and magnesium 10,000 IU along with that will really help. But at least, like I say, a multiple vitamin. But even with the name of the doctor that I'm going to put, he's on he's on the web. You'll be able to find the recipe I'm going to put on here. And if I'm not mistaken, you can use any acid. I think Doug actually had used there's lemon juice in it, so in place of that, apple cider vinegar. Um or lime juice, I'm sure, or probably even orange juice. I guess even with all the ingredients, and I'm not guessing because I tried it, it does not taste pleasant. And I asked Doug how long he took it. I was thinking at least I knew it was for quite some time, and you take it before a meal. And he said 2 or 3 weeks. He said until you get sick of drinking it. And then he did it again one time when my son was here, but pretty much it did perk him up as far as cleansing out his system. I take a different one. It's sodium chloride and apple cider vinegar. It's a two-part system where you put 3 drops of the chloride and 3 drops of the acid and mix it together and add water and drink that. So, and that's all natural too. So, and you can look that up online too. But Doug swears by this one for all kinds of ailments. So I don't know. But yeah. Boy, I was getting flipping trolled hard just to try and get the ingredients to put it up, because some people get like jealous and like I'm sorry, it was the doctor's invention and I want to share it with people. So and and even Doug had mentioned it, and then he gets all troll like on me. It's like, oh, please. Even I had one thing I wanted him to do outside, and he had some stuff to take care of in town because he's fixing the pipe on that dryer. So, but I thought that could even wait a day, and the outside thing is putting a screw in the door to keep my kitties safe. I need a great big sheet metal screw, and he knows where they are in his shop. So he's like torturing me, making me wait till evening. He said, when I mentioned it to him, he said, "Oh, I should have said not to worry." And I'm like, normal person would say, "Hey, no problem, don't worry about it." But I'm like, it's always an extra step with a narcissist, if you know what I mean. And this is like I say, he watches my videos, so I'm not talking, I'm talking in front of his face, kind of behind his back till he sees it, that I would say to his face anyway. Even if he denied it, it wouldn't matter. So, yeah. Almost had another bloody nose this morning. It's like, wow. Uh, I don't know. And I didn't have them for over a decade. And before that, like for not 20 years. And now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, all this crap in the air, you know, pollution and whatnot. Maybe they are just spraying um water vapors up in the air, and all the pollution that their corporation factories pump out with all the heavy metals that are in that. Then we just can go into conspiracy mode and say, oh, it's geoengineering. No, it's geodemoneering, demonic, um, and demonically possessed, filthy ass people out there doing shit to other people for their own greedy ways, you know? Oh, don't get me going. So, yeah, I mean, I wake up happy. I see the sun. I'm like jovial. And then it's like walking into a dark cloud and I can't get it off me. It's like, you know, I'm like in there. I'm shining my light in this dark cloud and I don't see any light. Anyway, it is hard day after day after day, you know. It really is. I thought I could change the world one freak at a time, like one Satanist at a time, baby, you know. But all I could do was like give them that example. Okay, this is what God expects out of me, what I expect out of myself, and what I expect out of everybody. You got a problem with that? Take it up with the big guy, you know. Don't take it out on me because you're feeling small. Satan, baby, little bitty, baby wavy freak. He's really not a freak. Well, he's a freak. He's an evil freak. But the reason I call him baby and itty bitty is because compared to God, he is. You know? So, anyway, even compared to the tiniest human, he's a baby because he's regressed his soul. They all have. That's what makes them so demonic because they thought human were lowercase beneath their older entity asses when they were way superior. And God didn't introduce the two right away because they were like, you know, God knew that there was a bad part of his self that he needed those so-called angels. Now they're fucking demons, excuse my language. He needed them to take responsibility for their lower vibing ways, and they're just not doing it, you know. It's they appear to, they can do it for a few days at a time, maybe a week or a month. I've even seen one kinda try. Nothing was absolutely steadfast, though, on a daily basis. Ever. It never is. And don't hold your breath waiting, you know. So, but I do feel it in the air. They're going to try and pull the alien thing, or um which is just filthy humans, filthy greedy human, which, which we would call fallen or demonically possessed. Not even demonically possessed, but demons in people shells that could be people, but they choose not to be. And they think they're above all that. And I'm telling them there's nothing you can do besides maybe direct, maybe, and this is a big flipping maybe too, direct any bad vibes towards me because they're too weak. You know, the only thing, if all you got is polluting the air on the planet and giving me a bloody nose and making it so people can't breathe that well, that's okay. Here's one for you. Boy, they hate us smokers. Know why? We have become one with the universe. No, I'm just kidding. We have become immune to their bullshit, including their um stark raving mad claims about everybody having cancer when it's still one germ, one that creates everything. It's very similar to the syphilis worm. Or if you look into something called cystomiasis, which is a fluke or a worm, um, and that can be mutated, like parts of its genome shut on and off, and that's the best Satan's got. That's all he's got. These things are literally, their souls are impacted with worms. They're not even insects. They're not human. They're demons in stinky flesh suits. That's a fact. I've never met a demon that didn't smell bad. You know, it's like, yeah, it's a pretty flower if you can get past the smell. Like that really funky looking thing, and I think it's in the uh, Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks like a giant. Um, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like a giant bell, or like um oh, I don't know. It's really a funky looking flower. Almost like I have somebody that subbed. I said thanks to my new subs, and I hope I did. Thank you for being here. Iris, hi. And Dave, um, I'm not here, man. Yeah, me either. Or I wish I wasn't. And all the rest of you. Um, Nice meeting you all. Thanks again. So, yeah, but that flower I'm talking about down in the Amazon or whatever, it looks really beautiful and it's giant, but it smells like the worst smelling. Or maybe it's over in Asia, I guess. I don't know. Could be Africa. I don't know anything today. It's one of them days where writing that recipe, I wrote it first on Facebook. I was going to share it, which I did. But Facebook kept kicking me off, and I think it was the name of the doctor that I had on there because they don't like us sharing natural stuff, um, that helps a multitude of things. And that's what detoxing will do. It will help, like, with all kinds of stuff. even your energy level, Okay, well, anyway, back to the point. So I had it like half typed out and it wiped me out on Facebook. And it's like, okay, I'm going to trick the system here. I went over to my YouTube channel and went on to one of my videos and typed out the recipe but didn't put it in the comments. And because I'm going to put it in this one. And then copied it and went and pasted it onto YouTube. Or I mean onto Facebook. So yeah. But I swear, probably that doctor's name is in the algorithms for them to look out for or whatever. And, so I guess in the end, we'll know who cares and who doesn't. That's all we can do. Expect the worst and hope for the best. That's my day. It's every day. Oh, 9 Inch Nails. Every day is exactly the same. They do. Trent Razor does a excellent version of Hurt. Whoa. Talk about heart wrenching drug addict song. Holy shit. Wicked if you haven't heard it. If you've heard Johnny Cash do it, it's good too, but I like the acoustic or the piano version, um, which would be, acoustic for Trent Razor. That is so good. Really good. My favorite one. That anyway. So who's who sings that song? Oh no, I might get it, but down in a hole, black is your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Who does that? Alice in Chains? No. I had it. I just about had it for a second too. Some of you might know. So that's how I'm feeling too. I would rather die. I don't bow to any human. That is not going to happen, you know. And I'm not going to conform to anything they propose. If there's one other human being that wants to tell me what to do in any respect, I am not listening. I will not. I refuse. I'm encourageable. You can't encourage me in any way. That will never happen. The best that this society can do to me is beat me and drug me and try and totally torture me like they do on a daily basis, and you still will not take God out of my heart or the thoughts of my future and who I know I am in my soul. So I don't give a shit. I only got about 20 more years, and I guess I'm going to find out for sure. So, well, I don't guess. Everybody's got a hole with their name on it. Oh, and that doesn't even sound too good. So, yeah, we all have all kinds of orifices. Some don't use some of them, though. And some use some too much. Maybe. So, yeah. We got another kind of cool day, coolish. Not cool, but yeah, it hasn't been very cool. But anyway, yeah, some bigger animal tried to rip the door off my kitty house out there last night. Did get it open and got in, and so I've got to secure it better. But so that's why I'm kind of concerned. But I still, even if it got dark or something, I can go take care of it and put something up against it till. But got in there and ate all their food, and they were sitting on the steps this morning. It's like usually the white one Yeti is there, but Puma and Heart Baby were there too. So, and if you don't know, these are Pharaoh kitties, and Heart Baby has 6 toes on her front paws, and Puma does on her right paw only. And Yeti is a stray that somebody threw out that's a little bit older. And the other kitties have gone gallivanting because they're either Tommies or whatever. So they got a kitty house and food, and, except for this morning because something got it. But they usually always do every day. So, and whatever it was, I'm thinking like a dog because they always have enough for many days at a time. So, you know, same with their water, there's 30 gallons of it. So that's always heated, except for whatever got in there pulled the extension cord. And I've got 2 tank heaters, and I tried the other one. So it might have got pulled out of the wall from it's in the shop. So Doug will check that when he gets back, I think. If not, it's almost summer and I can just keep topping it off with water every day for them too. So that's not even a major issue. Just keeping them safe. They've got places to go besides their house. But I don't know. Could have been a wild dog, but I doubt it. A lot of the neighbors let their ones run when they think nobody's up in the morning. And usually nowadays, no, I'm not up, as I used to love to get up, like even 4 or 5, and just watch everything come alive. But yeah, I haven't been able to do that for a while. But I just heard some weird noise out there. I think it's Doug's truck. He started something. Sounded like a fan belt squeaking, if you know what I mean. Something maybe he hasn't run for a while. Or maybe somebody's going to knock on the door. If they do, I'll let you go. But I'll have a cigarette with you and then let you go after that so I can get it uploaded and get that recipe for that detox on there. Yeah. So yeah, I decided not to really address any of the too much of the shenanigans that they're pulling and boil it down. Bottom line, I'm going to bottom line everything. Yeah, we are dealing with principalities of the air, with the demons on the ground that are using the ether to communicate with other people and each other in private and in person on a larger scale than the average people can together in that respect, in both those respects. So they, at this point, think they have an advantage. But the thing is, there's people that will confront them at every turn, and nothing will go unnoticed. So, whatever they do, the thoughts for good to come out of whatever they try to do is probably a lot more powerful than their bad intentions. And they will pay for their bad intentions, trust me. So, um, when people do things to intentionally sabotage your life or whatever, however they're doing it, because if you're watching me, most likely you have somebody in your life, at least one person, trying to annihilate you, your soul, trying to make you weak, trying to make you submissive to the dark force energy that's going on in this world. So if you're not dark force, you're being hurt. So that's what this planet's all about. And I'll go in a little deeper on biomechanics and their bullshit nanotechnology and their transhumanistic gene hacking, full of baloney bullshit. I'm going to go into that deeper on another day. Um, I challenge any biologist to confront me, any, because I broke down what Morgellons was and wrote an article about it on morgellons.org. And the CDC hates my guts, and I hate them as well. They tried to kill me in 1976 with their swine flu, and I'm not even allowed to get another um, venom, whatever, potion. Yeah. And I really was hospitalized. So, yeah, it took me a good 30 days, and I was only 17 years old. So, and I had just pulled my spinal cord and couldn't walk right before that, and got back on my feet and was able to go back to work. And then I got their magic potion and almost died. And actually, I've had major health problems since then. And the CDC checked me and said it was what they called an unknown fluke in my blood. I went to the CDC, one of their branches, and they checked my blood. They took chunks out of my skin and sewed me back up. And then, to top it off, I took copies of my records, but they tried to hide my records. So I am like a CDC C thing hater. So, and the rest are bullshit. And the other affiliated organizations with those people. No, not people, those things that do things to other people. So, and this, I do believe, wouldn't be a precursor. I do believe they've been living their cursed lives, all of their own doing. Nobody cursed anybody or could curse them. The only thing they can do is hex us and drive the heck out of us, you know. So I don't like being put in a dark mood. Even one tiny little vibe of it makes me. I used to get it so bad when I couldn't believe the way people were. I would literally, I threw up all the time. People would be being shady or like thinking they all want to get it on in a room, or and I would go in the bathroom and I would regurgitate. That's how bad it affected me. Shit like that, or evil shit, or mean stuff, or whatever. And it's like, and I used to barf a lot. Just call me, if I was a guy, you could call me Sir Barf a lot. That's a good name, like Lance a lot. um, Girl Barb a lot. No, that wouldn't work either. Maybe you can come up with one. What's my sword fighting name if I'm sick of their shit? Barb dance a lot on their heads. So, oh, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm getting silly now. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna get that recipe as soon as it's uploaded in the comments pinned for you. And I love you all. And like I say, happy Good Friday if you celebrate that knowing that they're actually praising Isis, which would be if Satan had a wife, there you go, and that's his other half, and that's why they're both as one like that in that spirit. The same with um, God, our Father, the Most High, and the feminine spirit being as one like that. So if you looked at them like a set of evil twins, a boy and a girl, and a set of good twins, a boy and a girl, but they're not together. Everybody's like they're holding the four corners of the earth, but two of them are evil and two of them are, you know, and they're all at opposite corners, you know, except for, the good and the evil, they work together. I mean, the good ones work together and the evil ones work together, and we don't need evil to know what good is, and we do not need darkness to know what light is. So it could be light all the time. Things would grow. It could be dark all the time. You don't grow anything, well, except mushrooms, you know. You know what mushrooms eat, right? So, and flies eat them, and worms. So anyway, um, peace, everybody, and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Thank you again.